Imagine the challenge of constructing a city from the ground up. Not just a theme park, but an entire destination featuring 4 theme parks, 2 water parks, over 25 resort hotels, a robust transportation network, power systems, waterways, and the essential infrastructure needed to accommodate millions of visitors annually. In today's world, such a monumental project would be nearly impossible, yet over 60 years ago, Walt Disney accomplished it. This narrative explores why Walt Disney World could never be replicated. When Disneyland debuted in Anaheim, California on July 17, 1955, it was a groundbreaking experience. Guests weren't merely enjoying rides, they were immersing themselves in fully themed environments. The park quickly became a phenomenal success. However, Walt Disney soon encountered a significant challenge. Disneyland was surrounded by outside development. Due to limited funding during Disneyland's construction, Walt couldn't purchase the thousands of acres surrounding the park. Consequently, Disneyland opened on approximately 160 acres. As attendance surged, hotels, restaurants, motels, and souvenir shops rapidly encroached upon Disney's property. Walt expressed disappointment that he lacked control over the guest experience outside his park. He envisioned something grander. By the early 1960s, Walt began scouting for a new East Coast location, not just enough land for another Disneyland, but enough to create an entire world. To keep land prices manageable, Disney discreetly acquired property through numerous shell companies with names like IFR Corporation, Latin American Development and Management Corporation, and Tomahawk Properties. By the time the public realized Disney was behind these purchases, the company had quietly amassed over 27,000 acres in Central Florida, an area roughly the size of San Francisco. This acquisition marked one of the largest private land purchases in American history. Owning such a vast expanse of land granted Disney the complete control Walt never had in Anaheim. Rather than being surrounded by external development, Disney could dictate the placement of every hotel, road, lake, utility, and future expansion. This freedom influenced all subsequent decisions. Magic Kingdom was not merely a replica of Disneyland, it was constructed on a larger scale. The streets were wider, the central hub was more expansive, and even Cinderella Castle was designed to embody the grandeur of the Florida resort. Yet, perhaps the most impressive aspect of the project was what guests couldn't see. Due to Central Florida's high groundwater levels, traditional underground tunnels were impractical. Instead, Disney constructed the utilidors at ground level, which were then covered with earth to allow the Magic Kingdom to be built on top. Today, when guests stroll down Main Street, they are actually walking on the second level of the park. Beneath them, cast members, deliveries, maintenance crews, and operations navigate the park seamlessly, ensuring the themed experience remains undisturbed. This principle extended throughout the entire property. Disney created its own road systems, waterways, electrical infrastructure, and wastewater treatment facilities. Eventually, it developed one of the largest private transportation systems globally, featuring hundreds of buses, the monorail, the Skyliner, water taxis, ferries, and friendship boats, all working in unison to transport hundreds of thousands of guests daily. In many respects, Walt Disney World operates more like a small city than a conventional theme park. However, the most significant reason this ambitious project could never be replicated today is the cost. Construction expenses have soared, land values have dramatically risen, and environmental regulations have become significantly more intricate since the 1960s. Acquiring tens of thousands of acres in secrecy would be extraordinarily challenging in the current landscape. Even if a company possessed the financial resources, assembling such a vast area without drawing attention would be nearly impossible. This is what makes Walt Disney World so extraordinary. It's not merely a collection of theme parks, it is the result of one man's determination to learn from the limitations of Disneyland and create something unprecedented. More than 50 years later, Walt Disney World continues to evolve, yet its most remarkable achievement may not be its attractions or resorts. It is the visionary concept behind the property itself, a vision that in today's world would be incredibly difficult to recreate. And I hope you enjoyed this video about Walt Disney World. Please like this video and thank you so much for watching.